Hey everyone, Rick here, Big Gunner E1. Hope you're all doing well today as always. So, today I want to kind of show you my new Canik TP9 Elite SC. Kind of a bit to say, but anyway, it's going to not really be an unboxing video, but kind of ish. I'm just kind of do a little overview and some thoughts on it. So, I picked this up as this secondary concealed carry option type pistol, and it's a really good, in my opinion, it's a good budget option, if that makes sense, for a carry pistol. And real quick, I'm just going to kind of go over what it comes with and everything. And so, underneath, of course, this, we'll start with the real boring stuff. You got your owner's manual and paperwork and everything. And of course, you got your little patch rod there. And you got your barrel brush, you know, for cleaning that all out, getting all the carbon and junk out. Now let's get on to the more interesting stuff. So one of the things I like about these pistols is that, at least about the Canik brand, is that they do kind of include kind of like everything you need to kind of get started, so to speak. So as you can see, it has a nice little holster here, which I flipped the hooks around. Originally they were set up for like outside the waistband type carry, or maybe, yeah, I guess we set up for outside waistband carry for like right-handed use, I want to say. So I flipped them around so I could put them like put this on the inside of the waistband. I'm gonna pull this off here carefully. First off, has been safety checked prior to filming too. I set that down. So yeah, just regular plastic holster with some plastic J clips. Nothing like super fancy. Came with also a chamber flag, and I don't know, this was something else that was in there too. Anyway, not a real high-end holster by any means, but something to kind of get you started if you don't have one, and kind of get you into it, which is great. This actually comes with a 12-round mag with an extended floor plate, which helps because, like, again, I'm not going to rack the slide, but to kind of show you on camera, if I could, I guess I'll hold it with my other hand. It gives you a little ledge here to kind of set your pinky onto, which is nice. Anyway, in addition to the 12-round mag, get a 15-round mag with it as well, which also has an extension on the base to kind of give you a grip extension on it. It's obviously a little bit longer, you know, than the other one. So it will give you, you know, it'll kind of maybe cause you to print a little bit more when you're wearing the holster and whatnot. But anyway, so one note too about these mags. From my understanding, all of the 9mm mags for the Canik TP9 series will interchange with this pistol, like any of the larger mags. Of course, they're going to stick out further out of the bottom of the grip. But up until recently, they haven't had these mags available. At least I haven't seen the 15-round mag available until just now. The 12-round one I haven't seen yet. I'm sure they're probably going to be coming out with them at some point where they'll be available. I have found that they have like a 10-round mag available that will use that same floor plate with the extension. So kind of interesting. Speaking of floor plates, they do give you the option of this flat floor plate, more or less for the 12-round mag. So if you don't want that extra little bit, you know, extra little tiny bit hanging down in the bottom of the pistol there, this will kind of help with that. They also give you a different choice of back straps. Get a couple options here, one that's on it, this one also. I think this one's a little bit larger if I remember right, I forget. I don't know if they're marked. But anyway, I've been just using the one that came with it. And then you also get a different adapter plate for your red dot sight. And then to go along with that, there's some different screws and things in here and some Allen wrenches and stuff for mounting that up. Now, on the subject of, which I do like that little case, that's kind of nifty. They put everything all in there. On the subject of the red dot, we'll talk about that real quick. It is set up to have, I'm going to zoom in on this just a little bit so maybe it'll help you can see what I'm talking about a little bit better. It's not set up for an RMR, I should say. It's designed to use a smaller footprint, mainly because this loaded chamber indicator that's in front of it, there's just not enough length here for you to mount a like RMR style red dot. So the pattern, the mounting pattern is a little bit smaller, and there's a company called Shield I know that has a red dot. It's called RMS. It's like a reflex micro sight or something like that. I forget what it stands for exactly, but anyway, their red dot will fit on this, and I believe there's gonna be more of them coming out as time goes on, because that might be more of a popular thing because of the smaller lengths of some of these slides. You run out of real estate where you can actually mount it, or the distance you have to be able to mount it on there. Now, outside of the sight, the red dot sight option, the sights that are on this, I believe the front is just a regular white dot. Yeah, I almost forgot because it's been a little while since I've shot it. It doesn't seem like it's, yeah, it's not glowing. It's not a night sight or anything, but for concealed carry purposes, I'm not too worried about that, honestly. It's just got regular, black sights in the back, but the dot in the front's a nice sized dot. It makes it really well for lining up there. So anyhow, what else we got? We got ambidextrous slide release on it, and the trigger is pretty nice as well. For basically very similar as far as, when I say this, not similar as far as the trigger pull and weight and all that, but as far as the design where you've got the built-in trigger safety on the front there, and again, has been safety checked. So we go ahead and I'll just kind of demonstrate the pull on it, bring this up on the camera a little bit. Let me move this out of the way so maybe you can see it a little bit better. So it's nice crisp, trigger. Do the reset on it. Nice crisp reset. I don't have a trigger gauge, so I couldn't tell you the exact trigger pull or anything like that. But it is pretty nice. The other thing too I was going to mention is the I keep wanting to call it a loaded chamber indicator, but it's actually a cocked indicator. Or I forget what they actually. I'm probably using the wrong term anyway. Basically, it tells you that the striker is back and it's basically ready to fire. At least a striker. It doesn't necessarily mean there's anything in the chamber, like in this case, because one, the loaded chamber indicator is not up. It's mounted up there. So obviously there's nothing in the chamber because we already checked it. But if I go ahead and pull a trigger, you'll see a little red dot disappear, which is nice. Kind of gives you an idea to let you know, hey, basically we've got the striker cocked. Of course, I wouldn't just rely on loaded chamber indicator. It'd be nice just to kind of check it, but actually the other thought I was going to say was rather, I'm not sure that you could actually have a loaded chamber and have the striker be down unless you had a bad round in it or something, because whenever you go to load it and chamber a round, you're going to be cocking it and that should be sticking out. Just a thought anyway. But one of the things I'll mention I don't like about it is the magazine release down here. Now I'm just gonna let I keep want to say hammer, let the striker down. I'm trying to see how I can show this to you. It's just not very tall, so for me, the problem I have with it is just getting my thumb to it. I'm just gonna put one of these mags. I'm not gonna rack it, but just to kind of see, like, so if I have my trigger, my hand on the trigger here, I can't quite get enough reach with my thumb to really get a good depress. I have to kind of break my grip a little bit to do that. I don't like that so much. Now, they do offer an extended magazine release button, which is something I want to look at getting and trying out. I believe the extended one, you take the whole little mag release or mag catch, whatever I want to call it, out, and I believe it has like 3 different options for like a small, medium, large kind of deal, where you have like just different lengths. And I really want to get that. I want to say the pricing is like somewhere around $20-30, probably like $30 maybe plus shipping. I was looking at one the other day because I was kind of curious about it, because it's the one thing I don't like a whole lot about it. And what else? I do like the Cerakote finish on the top here with this gray Cerakote. Thing's a little dirty. I haven't cleaned it yet, and there's still some residue on it from they have like a sticker on the side of it when you get it. But anyway, so On the side here, it just says, Canik TP9 SC Elite. I'll bring it up a little closer. I don't know if you can see it real well. There you go. And right below it, it's got Century Arms, incorporated. It says Georgia, Vermont, and that's that's the company that imports it and the ones that sell it here in the U.S. One of the things I do like too is that it has this little rail in the front. That's a cool feature that actually does have a rail. And what else am I gonna say? It's still new to me, so I'm still getting used to it. Of course, I'm sure there's a bunch of things I probably missed and didn't mention, but overall, I mean, for the price point, I think it's a good concealed carry pistol for like an entry-level pistol, or just to have as an extra backup pistol. Normally, I carry a Glock 19. It compares very similarly in size to the Glock 19, and yeah, actually, I'm still kind of thinking about getting a Glock 43 too, because I wanted to have something a little bit slimmer for another option. But I think this is going to be another good concealed carry pistol to kind of add to my collection to use, like maybe as a truck gun type thing. I don't know, but anyway, I couldn't really resist it for the price point and the value of what it comes with. Not just the options or magazines, the holster. It kind of is a good starter kit, basically, in my opinion. Like I said before, one other thing I was going to mention, in addition to like any modifications for me in the future, like I mentioned about the magazine release, I want to try out. I do want to get a red dot on here, but the thing is, man, they are so expensive, and honestly, I'm gonna have to kind of keep watching and see what's out there. And of course, if you're watching this video, down the road from when I made it, there may be more options available than at the time, but some of these red dots could be more expensive than this pistol cost. So that's kind of an odd thing. Not saying I still wouldn't want to buy one, but it just generally kind of seems like an odd thing to have a sight for your pistol be more than the pistol itself. So, and do I need it? Not necessarily. Do I want one? Yeah, of course. So in addition to the red dot and the extended mag release, one thing I did buy already, just because it's something I prefer, and everybody's going to kind of have to pick out what they want to use for concealed carry, but I got a new holster. Picked up one from Aries Tactical. I use the this same style holster with my Glock 19. Now, this one might be set up, I think, for a little bit longer slide too, so it'll fit probably a little bit more than I imagine. It'll probably fit like one of the other models, not just the SC. So I'll kind of point this at the camera again. We safety checked it. See, there's a little bit of extra distance there. But anyhow, I like what we call the Ulti-Clip holster that Aries Tactical makes, because it's just so easy to use. You don't have to worry about J clips. I don't really care too much for these clips, honestly. I like the J clip. I don't like the J clip. I like the Ulti-Clip because a couple things. If you can see this little clip here, you basically slide it, your material of your pants in there or whatever, and you just like latch it down and it locks it on. And I believe, if I remember right, these clips can hold like 90 pounds of force on them, if I remember right. It could be wrong, but I think that's what they said. The thing I like is not only can I use it like an inside the waistband carry, but like in some of the bags I use to carry things in, like say a backpack or one of my other travel bags that has pockets in it, I can clip this to the pocket, which means that if I want to keep this in a holster. I don't want to have it laying around loose, especially if I have a round in the chamber. So if I'm going to keep it in a bag, I want to be able to draw it quickly. I could take the pistol out and this still be in the bag, attached to the bag with the Ulti-Clip, to be able to draw it out pretty quickly. I think that's a great option, as just even if this is like a secondary pistol I'm carrying in a bag and I have one on me and I want something additional, to what I have. So that's why I prefer the Ulti-Clip, and just love Matt's holsters here from Aries Tactical. One thing I do notice too is, depending on the extended mag release, there is still room back here. Now you might not see it real well on the camera because it's black on black, but basically right here where the mag release is, you might be able to see it with the pistol out a little bit better. I don't know. Right there, how it's kind of curved, that covers up the mag release a little bit, just slightly. enough that probably keep you from pressing it. There's still a gap there, so if you had a little bit taller mag release, it might be okay. But there's two parts to this. One is I like that it covers up the mag release, because that means that if it's, you know, on me, you know, yeah, there's no other levels of retention other than the friction from the holster itself to hold it. But if, you know, something bumps it or somebody bumps that, my magazine's not going to fall out because the mag release got hit. The downside is there may not be enough clearance there on it with the extended mag release. I don't know. I have to get one and try it. I was kind of looking at that, you know. And again, I think with the mag release they sell, I believe like the one level is the same height as this one, and then there's like a second level and then a third level to how far out the mag release will stick. The second level might fit just fine without having any issues, but we're going to try it out. And worst case, if there really is a problem with it, I could probably warm this up and just reshape it a little bit, or just trim it myself, which would take away from the added protection of the mag release. You know, you could still kind of push the mag release in if you really try, but it kind of gives you a little bit of protection over it. So I do like that. But anyhow, so that's one of the modifications I wanted to do, is get the, it's not only a mod to the gun itself, but mod to how I carry it, is get the Aries Tactical holster, which go check them out. Great stuff. They make a lot of good products. You've probably seen I've had my competition holster through them. For my SIG 226 and my Glock 19. I've got one of their holsters for that too, which is my normal everyday carry pistol, by the way, like I may have mentioned. So anyway, that's just a basic overview. Again, I've shot it a few times. I like the way it shoots well. No issues, no malfunctions so far. But I haven't owned it that long, so it's not really like I've done any type of torture test to it or anything like that, or any longevity test. But just out of the gate so far, it seems to be a pretty decent pistol, and I've been fairly impressed with the price point of these, with what you get and the value of the Canik. So you can check them out at centuryarms.com. Go check out Aries Tactical. I believe it's ariestactical.net. And until next time, you all have fun shooting. That's the cannon. That's pretty cool.